Good morning again, everybody. Welcome back to LilyLuLou. If you're new here, my name is Karen. I'm the Junk Journal Geek, and I'm here today to carry on working on this junk envelope folio. If you missed part one, I will try and remember to pop a link in the comments below in case you want to go back and watch that. And I'm just going to warn you all again, in case you didn't see number one, this will probably be a faffy video because I'm working out what I'm doing as I'm going along. So in part one, I collected together 6 envelopes and I've sort of arranged them how I want them to be. But because they are used envelopes, apart from this one, they don't have the flappy bits to attach them to each other that you would normally use when you're using envelopes to make a folio. So when I left you, I was umming and ahhing about how to go about doing that. And I think what I've decided to do, I've got some packaging paper here, and I thought I would join these all together with packaging paper. And then when I cover the envelopes with my pretty papers, it won't matter if there's a little bit showing because it will be packaging paper which will blend with the colours in these papers, and hopefully that will make it a little less stressful for me. So how are you all today? I hope you are all well and happy. It's a little bit cooler here today. I have both my youngest daughters at home today, but they are both still up in bed at the moment. If you haven't been here before, my youngest daughter, no, my eldest, oh my goodness, my middle daughter has, she was in hospital last week with an ovarian cyst, so she's still recovering, and my youngest daughter has a day off work today. She has just finished uni, and she's I'm supposed to straighten that, didn't do a very good job. She is working through the summer at the job that she's had all through college and uni actually, before she starts looking for professional work, because she will be performing at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival in the summer, or later this summer I should say. So she can't really take on a performing contract elsewhere at the moment because she's already committed to that. So it's her day off today. I don't know why I went through all that just to say it's her day off today, but there you go. So I'm just going to tear some strips that are sort of the width of my ruler and hope that they're big enough to act as the connecting parts between my envelopes. So what are you all up to today? If you did miss the first part of this video, this little project is in support of Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodah. She's going through a bit of a rough time at the moment, and it's quite close to my heart because my sister went through a very similar experience, and Tina's very local to me, although we've never actually met. She lives very close to me, and she was one of the first junk journal channels I started watching when I first started junk journaling. So although we've never met, I do feel sort of, you know, as if I know her because I've been watching her for such a long time. You know what it's like. So yeah, it feels a bit personal in a way. I know that sounds a bit silly, but it does. So the kit that I'm using is called Tick Tock. This is the kit, and I did do a quick flip through of it before I started this project in the last video. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to put these strips on to connect all these things, and then I'll go about covering them, in case you wonder what I'm doing here. Yeah, I did a flip through of the kit before I started the project. So again, go back to part 1 if you'd like to see that. And it's a kit that I've wanted to use for the longest time. So this was a good excuse to use it. So if you are able to, please go over to Tina's shop. As I say, the link will be, well, the link to this particular kit will be in the description below. And obviously, if you, once you're there, you can look at all Tina's other lovely things. And if you can, please consider buying something. And if you can't, I know better than most how difficult things are financially for lots of people at the moment. So even if you can't actually purchase anything, just head on over to Tina's YouTube channel. Again, that's linked below, and just watch some of her videos, but also watch the adverts, because that's how YouTubers who, you know, qualify, that's how they make their money from YouTube. They get paid every time you watch a video. So that's generally, you know, a really good way to support your favourite YouTuber if you can't actually buy anything from them, or, you know, they may not even sell anything. If you just watch any adverts that appear on their channel, they do get paid for that. So it doesn't cost you anything but a little bit of time, you know. And if you're watching normal TV, you have to watch the adverts. So it's not a great hardship, is it? And it's a fantastic way to support your favourite YouTubers. And if you're wondering why I was saying I know better than anyone, not better than anyone, I know better than most, how tough it is for people at the moment. That's not because I'm in a particularly tough situation. It's because my job, my day job, is helping people with their utility bills. I help people save money. So, you know, I get to talk to lots of people every day who are struggling. So, and that's all I'm going to say about that. So, my cover is joined together now, so I need to just put the little bend back in there where it needs to close. I've lost where it is now. Maybe I need my scoreboard. Let's just see. Okay, that's about right. So if we close this back up, that one should be okay now. Where is my bone folder? So we have our cover connected. Now what I need to bear in mind is where I'm having pockets and where things are joining. So I said that this bottom one here was going to be a pocket, so I need to open that up. And this isn't going to be a pocket, so this needs to be sealed, because I think it makes more sense to have a pocket at the bottom here of the one that's going to flip up, so you can take, I know you can't see, you can take things out at the top when it's flipped up, and have the pockets at the side of the ones that are flipping on the side. So this one was going to be a pocket there. So that needs to be joined on this, the join needs to go on the inside. where I've put that masking tape. And then this one is going to be a pocket here. So, because I need to make sure I don't seal anything that's supposed to be a pocket. Then that one has its flip. So that's already a pocket there. That's going to tuck in there and flip. And then that's going to be a pocket there. And this back one, am I having a pocket at the back as well? Yes, I left that open there. So I need to make sure that as I'm covering these and tucking things in, I don't stick anything together that's supposed to be a pocket. And this one needs to be opened at the bottom to make its pocket. So shall we just rip a bit off of there? So that will be a pocket there. And this bit needs to be closed. So let's, no, do I want to close that up yet? Because I want to put something on the inside, don't I? So that it looks nice inside. Should I do that with the same packaging paper? That might be a good idea, mightn't it? So I just want to put, just to cover the insides of where things are going to go in and out, so that, just so that you can't see this, you know, envelope pattern. So that's a strip for joining. Let's have a look at these raggedy bits that I didn't get straight. That might be enough just to go there. So let's stick that in there. So I hope you can all see what I'm doing and get the gist of what I'm doing here. Which way round did I have that? Let's straighten that edge. Then I can have the nicer side of the packaging paper showing. So I'm limited for time again today because I have an appointment later this morning. So I will go on for as long as I can this morning, and then I might have to finish this video off later or tomorrow. We'll see how far I can get. So now I can just tear this part off, and then this is strengthening these in and out bits as well. So that's covered the inside of this part, so that when we're popping things in from here, you know, we've covered, you just don't see envelope inside, you see something a bit more decorative, even if it is just packaging paper, but at least it's, you know, a colour that's in keeping with the kit. Is that fit? That should be long enough. Will it? No, not quite. Not once we have the straight edge. So let's just keep a bit here. Let's pop some glue on here. And I'm not going to go right up to the fold because I don't want to stop the thing closing properly, but as close as I can. So that is that bit lined. So now I can close this part up because that's where my pocket's going to be. So I want glue along here. And along the bottom here. Relax, quiet. Okay. Where's my pin? Put my pin in my glue, otherwise that will be all bunged up. So that's the lining of that bit done. So now, am I ready to join that envelope to that back piece? I think I am. So I want a strip as wide as that envelope. I'm going to fold this in half. Got bits of paper everywhere here. And I'm just popping some glue stick on this. All of these hinges I'm hoping will be covered, that's the intention, with the decorative paper. So I want to try and get this as straight as possible because the where I put the masking tape on, it wasn't particularly straight, so I hope I'm doing this right. I'm hoping that will be okay there. I'm just wondering if I need to pop one on the other side as well, and I may well do. I know it's a bit belt and braces. Yeah, what I was saying is this is going to be covered as well, so although this is only on with glue stick, the fact there's going to be another sheet of paper on top of that as well, it should all be fairly secure. So I might put another piece there just to be, you know, to give it extra strength. That's not quite long enough. So I'll need to rip some more of these. Fold this in half again. And pop that. Actually, I want it that way, don't I? Folding it the wrong way. I want it to fold that way so that the nicer side of the paper is showing, so that if anything is visible once we've covered it, and it will be, even if it's just, you know, a little tiny bit in the fold, at least it will look nice. So that is going to go there and there. I really hope you can understand what on earth I'm doing here. And then let's burnish that piece there. So we have this one fairly securely attached now, although there is a bit of a gap here. Oopsie. I don't need to worry about the glue seeping out because this is going to be covered. So that's there. And I'm not sure, I'll probably put a divot in that once it's actually covered with the decorative paper, and so that it's obvious it's a pocket. So that's that one. Now this one, I want to attach in there, inside this pocket, so that this is still open. So, and where's the pocket here? Maybe having the pocket there isn't a good idea because it's two pockets together. Or does it matter? Does it matter? I was thinking I didn't really want the pocket here because it's near the centre of the book, but then you could open it and have the, you know, take the things out of this side. So maybe it would be better to actually seal this side and have this side as a pocket, I'm thinking. Does it matter if there's two pockets next to each other here, two openings? Is it going to cause stress here? I think, just to be on the safe side, I'm going to close this side and open this side. So let's that feels like it's well and truly stuck now. It's supposed to be just masking tape. So now we've got this side open, and we're going to close that side. But do we want to line this? It's very white. Maybe we should pop a bit of something in there as well. And again, it will protect where we're popping things in and out. So on this one, I'm going to actually fold it over the edge, I think. So how big does that need to be? I need to tear that. Here. Fold that there. So much for showcasing Tina's lovely papers. All I'm doing at the moment is playing with brown paper. But it will come. Maybe I should do all this off camera. But I really want to do it on camera so that you can see. I'm just going to take a tiny bit more off of this. so that, you know, you can see exactly what I'm doing, because if I was new to junk journaling, I would probably find this really confusing. I mean, I'm finding it quite confusing and I'm doing it. So I appreciate seeing every step. And, you know, like I always say, if there's anything that somebody finds boring, they can always fast forward. So maybe I am right to just do it all on camera. Now, will that slip in there a little more easily? Yes. So I'm going to pop glue on this side. This is the piece that's going to go on the outside of my envelope. And I'm going to stick that first. She says. So this part is going to stick on here. And then I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue on here and tuck that inside, she says. So now on this edge, you know, we have some protection for when things are going in and out. And again, we've covered the inside so that we don't just see white. So now I'm going to do the same here. So I need another piece of paper. So we need to tear that off about here. And will that go in? That should go in. And how far down do we want it? I'm going to do that to about there. And again, I'm going to fold. I don't know if that's my tearing that wasn't straight or the piece of paper. And I'm going to do exactly the same. I'm going to slide this in here, stick this part down so that both these edges are nice and protected, reinforced. That's the word I'm looking for. Reinforced. So do this outside part first. And actually, no. Be quiet, Max. I'm going to have to turn this round because I'm right-handed and I can't work the other way. So again, I'm just popping a little bit of glue on there. I'm going to tuck that inside again. So now the edges of my pocket are both reinforced and it looks a little more attractive on the inside if you know, for when you see the inside when you're popping things in and out. So that's that side done. And then on this side, I'm going to attach this envelope to the envelope that's the cover. And at the same time, I'm going to seal this edge. So I need a piece. Good old Amazon, eh? Sending us all this lovely packaging paper. What would we do without them? So I need to tear that about there. And probably have this bit a couple of inches wide. I think that'll be enough. Actually, no, I'm going to go a bit more. So again, I'm going to fold this in half. And to put glue on it. I'm just trying to line this up. Hang on, Karen. See what I did there? I nearly closed the pocket of the front cover, which I do not want to do. Right, let's just slide that up. There, that's about right. So what I've done is I've tucked the back piece of this piece of packaging paper inside the front envelope. Oh, I've gone too far. Hang on, hang on, hang on. I've covered my window. There was a reason why I didn't want it that wide. Hold on, hold on. Don't want that in there. That was why I didn't want it that wide. Let's take about half of that off. A sticky ruler now. Right, that's better. Okay, I need to get the glue off there, otherwise I'm going to stick my pocket together. So what I've done is I've put a piece of packaging paper along this edge and folded it over the whole envelope, so that's now closed. This pocket on this side, and we've got the pocket here. I hope that makes sense. I hope you get what I'm doing here. And that's all right there. Where's my... an old candle here that I'm running along where I'd stuck that piece of paper in initially and it had gone over the window. I mean, I am going to go over the edge of this window probably when I collage, but I don't want to go too far over the window. So I'm just removing that sticky so that I don't accidentally close that pocket. Right, so we're getting there. So now I'm going to put another hinge on this side just to make sure that that's all nicely secure. So which was the paper that was the right? It was that one. So just need a little strip to go there. Goodness me, this is taking a long time. I hope it's not too boring for you to watch. As I say, I personally like to see, you know, the process of these sorts of things so that I can understand exactly what's going on. So I've done the front half now. The three envelopes that are on the front are done. So I could do a bit of decorating on these because you've seen what I've done here, and I'm going to do exactly the same on this half when we come to this half. So should we do a bit of pretty now? Just so it's not so boring. So I need to collage this front piece, and when I put this piece on, again, I will fold it around here so that this edge is protected. So now we've just got to choose some pretty papers. What are we going to use? And we really are spoilt for choice here because these are all so lovely. I quite like this one for the front because I just like it. I don't want anything too plain on the front. We'll save that for the bits that we want to use for journaling. So that would be a good journaling piece. This piece would be nice as well for the front. We can have a bit of sheet music. We could have a bit of letter, so that might be quite nice. This would be nice. Obviously it's all got to be torn up and collaged, so that one would be nice. That's too plain. The only thing I'm hesitating about is I was thinking of having one of these pieces come right around to the back as well. So maybe I'll do in here first, not the front. So should we do some of this? So that's fairly plain. That would be okay. That would be okay. That's for writing. That's for writing. That's for writing. They're more patterned. And I've also got all those ephemera bits as well. So let's find something for this piece. That's quite nice. That could go straight on there. Shall we do it? Now the one thing is, maybe I should put a little bit of ink on these edges as well. As an extra precaution for what you're going to see and what you're not going to see. I should have inked all of these envelopes before I stuck anything together, but I didn't, so I'll just work with what we've got. Okay, so this has a pocket at the bottom. Which one shall I have? I'm just going to cut that off halfway. I think I'll do this side. So I've got a wonky bottom, I think. Right, what I'm going to do, just bear with me a moment. I'm going to straighten this bottom with my guillotine. Right. Oh. I've squared this off a bit, so that should make things a bit easier. So now I need to cut. Oh, can't see what I'm doing. I need to cut about there. So now, you know me, I can't cut straight, but I think, I'm not sure how torn edges are going to look, especially as some of them will be straight and some of them will be torn. So I don't really know whether to cut everything with my guillotine or try and do it with a craft knife or what. So not sure what I'm doing here, but we'll start off by cutting that piece, and we can pop that on there. So let's just get going. Let's start making things look pretty. Sticky fingers. I think what I'm going to have to do is do the best I can with these, and then I may have to afterwards trim things with my craft knife if then, you know, if they don't look straight and tidy and what have you. So that is that flip with that pocket. So then we need to cover this side. So I could just use the other half of that. Get that cloth in the middle maybe. Sorry, you can't see, can you? This is too big to stay on camera all the time. If I pop that up there, although I'm going to lose, if I put a notch in there, I'm going to lose some of that clock if I do that. So what else have we got? Can I go up that way? That might be better. Which should we have on the other side? We could have some music paper, couldn't we? And then that won't matter too much if it has a little bit out. So you want to cut that. Can't see where I want to cut that. I feel so cat-handed. It is much easier tearing. So let's, I'm hoping that if I can get this front half basically done, then I can leave you for today and get the second half, you know, the back half hinged and things, and then come back maybe and finish off with you from there, so that you're not watching me do the same boring things all over again, but you have got to see what I'm actually doing and how I've got to this point. So, and I'm wondering if any of these need rounded corners, or if they need to stay square. Where are we? Oops. I really cannot see what I'm doing. Sorry about my head poking under the camera, but I can't see what I'm doing otherwise. I can't see what I'm lining up. So you can probably see here, you know, my edges are not perfectly straight. So I think I'm just going to stick everything on, and then I'll go round, you know, with my ruler and my craft knife and tidy the edges up. I do always have problems cutting things straight, as you probably know by now. So that's, at least we have that piece decorated. So then what would look nice underneath there? We could have a bit of that. That might be too samey when you flip it up. We could have the other part of this. That might look quite nice. And then I'll need something else along there, obviously, but so should we do that? Should we pop that piece on there? Do you know what? I think I'm going to give up with the cutting, and although if I'm going to tidy it with a craft knife, I probably do need to cut rather than tear. Decisions. Hard to know what to do for the best. But I did say this was like a trial for me to learn the best way to do this. So obviously we are not hoping to achieve, well, no, we're hoping to achieve perfection, but realistically we know we're not going to achieve perfection. So, right, so that on there down to the bottom. I feel like I'm running out of glue stick, but this is a new one, so I don't know what's going on there. Right, where are my edges? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm sticking my head in front of the camera again, aren't I? Not very attractive. See, now here we can still see some of the envelope that we started with. So that was why I was thinking of folding things over. But it's too much to think about at once. So that goes like that. So then this is my pocket here. So we need another piece to go on here. Could have that piece of letter, couldn't we? That was quite nice. How are we diddling now? What I want to do is pop some ink. I didn't do that on this envelope, and it's bugging me that I can see be quiet. You're not going out there. Max can see sparrows on the lawn, so he's getting a bit agitated. Oops! I know this is a bit pointless inking, because if I'm going to be trimming any of this and cutting divots and things, but it's distracting me as I'm trying to do this, so I'd rather waste ink and have, you know, be taking bits off that I'm not going to be using than trying to decide what I'm supposed to be doing when all I can see is... I wonder if that would be too horrible there. Although I can put some lace and things on to hide these bits afterwards, can't I? I'm just deciding whether I want the top of this or the bottom. Right, I think I am going to fold at least the bottom edge over. How did that top edge look? I'm hiding that clock again, aren't I? my pockets there. Yeah, I think I'm going to fold those over those edges, and I will decorate that somehow to hide it if it's glaringly obvious. To have that there. And we'll try and make that look a bit prettier when we come to decorate. And you already know that's going to be a painful experience, don't you? So, that's how we're looking so far. And then we need a piece on here. Or, you know, a couple of pieces, because one isn't going to be big enough, unfortunately. So we've got a strip. Oh, that's quite nice. And we haven't done the front yet, so I could go, I quite like that piece in the middle, and maybe folding this blue edge over is what I'm thinking. Like that. And then have this piece that's up there. Oh no, we've got two doobries together there. I don't like that. Do I like that? That's not wide enough. Thinking this is a slightly different colour, but it carries on from that page. So maybe I could collage that, put that there. I could have this piece down here somehow. And then a piece of something else up there. Maybe I'll do that. Do I want that part coming over or under? Let's get the height of that right. That went there. supposed to be cutting, aren't I? Not tearing. So that piece can sort of go there like that. So that would want a snipping about there. So that could go like that. And then is this, that's not long enough. Well, we could just leave the, how does that look? Right. Oh, I forgot about that. So let's snip this piece off. This is definitely going to need tidying up. Come off of my fingers. Put that up there out the way and then I forgot it was there. And then that piece is going to go there, lining up with that. I feel like when I work with junk mail envelopes, I should open them all up flat, cover them, stitch them, and then put them back together how I want to use them. In fact, I might try that next time, because I like, you know, the stitching around everything. But if you're using junk mail envelopes as pockets and things, it's tricky stitching because you end up closing the envelopes, which if you opened them flat and stitched around them and then put them back together again, you wouldn't have that problem. Right, sorry about that. My phone started ringing and obviously it's the video stopped recording and I don't know where we were, so I'm just carrying on as if it didn't happen. So I'm hoping that this will all make sense, but I'm almost at the point where we're finished for today anyway. So that is going to slide under there, and that is going to go over there, and then I can show you I've lost the lid for my glue stick, which is not good. I can show you where we are and what we've done, and yeah, that bit definitely needs more trimming. So let's see if we can do that without damaging anything, cutting anything open that shouldn't be open. Right. This is where we're at. So the front, obviously, I will probably do the front and the back last, decorating those. So that's going to be our front cover, and we've got a pocket here which we haven't stuck down. We have managed to avoid that. And then we open this up. We have our flip up here, and this is a pocket here. So I am going to put a little divot in that so that you can see. So we've got a pocket there, and then that flips up. You can see here. And then we have this page with a pocket here, and I feel that does make sense than having more sense than having the pocket on this side, like I thought. So we've got our pocket here, and then we have this piece in the back here, which I don't know what we're going to do there yet, but I might put you know, an actual pocket on there maybe. Now I've stuck that bit on, but it doesn't matter. So that's where we are. So I'm going to probably off camera attach these, you know, with the packaging paper, and I may decorate them as well, so that, you know, both parts are at the same point before I come back. I don't know yet, it depends how much time I have and what I get done. But I hope you have enjoyed what I've done so far. Thank you for bearing with me. I hope it wasn't too painful to watch, and I will be back again in a couple of days with the next part. We'll finish it off. Okay, thanks for watching, take care and enjoy your own crafty time. Bye bye.